Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nur Maulana Shah Karimul Hussaini Hazri Imam. Ya Maula, Ya Maula. Nur Maulana Shah Rahimul Hussaini Hazri Imam. Ya Maula Meherban. Ya Mushkil Kusha Meherban Maula. Madad Farma. This is a tribute to Maulana Shah Karim, a beautiful kalam, and I'm going to recite few verses while we are waiting. Shah Salamun Alaik, O King, salutation to you. नाम है तेरा करीम शाह सलामुन अलैक नाम है तेरा करीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शान है तेरी अजीम शाह सलामुन अलैक तेरे सिवा कौन है आले नबी ओ अली आले नबी ओ अली नूर खुदाए हकीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक जिक्र खफी बन के आ जिक्र खफी बन के आ दीदा ओ दिल फरशरा दीदा ओ दिल फरशरा मालिके मुल्के कदीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक ताबिशे दीदार से जुल्मत गम ढल गई जुल्मत गम ढल गई ताबिशे दीदार से जुल्मत गम ढल गई तेरे करम से करीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक तेरी मोहब्बत से मैं देख के पामाल हूँ देख के पामाल हूँ रहम करे बू रहीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक रहम करे बू रहीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक कौन है तुझसा करीम कौन है तुझसा शफीक हम पे यहाँ और वहाँ हम पे यहाँ और वहाँ हामियो यारे हमीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक मौजिज़ाए इश्क से मौजिज़ाए इश्क से मुर्दा दिलों को जिला मुर्दा दिलों को जिला कौन है तुझसा हकीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक जब से आया नसीब तेरी गुलामी में बस तेरी गुलामी में बस है तेरे दर पे मुकीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक नाम है तेरा करीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह सलामुन अलैक शान है तेरी अजीम शाह सलामुन अलैक शाह salamun alaik. Subhanallah, subhanallah. Beautiful kalam by Allama Nasiruddin Hunzai, giving tribute to Shah Karim. So let me read the English translation. O King, salutation to you. Oops, can you see my slide?
जी
Alhamdulillah. O King, salutation to you. Your name is Kareem. O King, salutation to you. Your glory is great, O King. Salutation to you. Who other than you is the prophet and Ali's progeny, the light of God, the wise? O King, salutation.
Projects in London, in Delhi.
Come as a hidden zikr. We are calling Shah Karim, we are calling Imam, and listen how we are calling him. Come as a hidden zikr. The eyes and heart are your path's carpet. The owner of the eternal kingdom, O King, salutation to you. The spring of garden and flower bed, the elegance of cypress and jasmine, You are the fragrance of flowers. O King, salutation to you. You are the lightning of Mount Sinai's theophany, divine beauty's manifestation. You are the light in Moses' eyes. O King, salutations to you. You are the speaking Quran, divine knowledge is from you. You alone are Alif Lam Mim. O King, salutation to you. By the radiance of your didar is dispelled the darkness of grief. O Kareem, by your kindness. O King, salutation to you. Mazhar of divine light. Mazhar of divine light, the mirror that shows God, the source of all embracing favor. O King, salutation to you. Look, your love has devastated me. Look, your love has devastated me. Have mercy upon me. O Father of Rahim, O King, salutation to you. I am slain by love. Please send the life bestowing breath together with the breeze of Zephyr. O King, salutation to you. You heal us from the torment of ignorance. We had indeed become sick. O King, salutation to you. Embodiment of divine light. Embodiment of divine light. You alone are the guide towards the straight path. O King, salutation to you. You are the source of mercy. You are the pearl of wisdom. You are patient and tolerant. O King, salutation to you. Who is affectionate like you in this world and the next? You are the protector, an intimate friend. O King, salutation to you. Come to this desolate heart so that it may prosper, because it is your dwelling. O King, salutation to you. For the Arif of God in the dot under Bismil, there is a voluminous book. O King, salutation to you. Revive the dead hearts by the miracle of love. Who can be a physician like you? O King, salutation to you. I'm going to read this again. Revive the dead hearts by the miracle of love. Who can be a physician like you? O King, salutation to you. Ever since Nasir entered your servitude, he has been abiding at your threshold. O King, salutation to you. Subhanallah, 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 Shukran lillah, walhamdulillah. This is from the book Anwar-e-Qiyamat, and you are seeing the page number. These are the praises of our Imam, his mercy and his rahmah upon us. And we are blessed with Maulana Shah Rahim al-Hussaini Hazri Imam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Shukran lillah walhamdulillah. So let me share my slides now. With Maula's name, let us start our session, a session which is inspired by your questions. So, Alhamdulillah, it is Maula's mercy that you send questions and then we have these sessions. And you are aware that this is not usual time, those who are regular. We don't normally have sessions in the evening. Until we have the questions, we will continue to do that. So we can, cover all these questions which are arising in current times. So let me recite some prayers, seek Maula's luminous help. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nur Maulana Shah Rahim al-Hussaini Hazri Imam. Ya Mushkil Kusha Meherban Maula. Help us, Maula. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. या मुश्किल कुशा मेहरबान मौला मदद फरमा या मेहरबान मौला मुश्किल कुशा. We seek your luminous help, Mawla. So, Alhamdulillah, once again we are gathered here, a session which is inspired by your question. And you will remember the first and the biggest question was, Jama has changed. How do I love this new Imam? Right? Maulana Shah Rahim. Look how handsome he is. Beautiful smile. So what after Homage ceremony? How do I love my Imam? It is hard. And till now, if you've been attending these sessions, you would know that we've been giving you soft answers, meaning that, we understand that emotionally it is challenging and it takes time to accept things. We've been talking about those things. But today, we will talk about knowledge in the light of true knowledge. How do we understand these things? Because remember that knowledge is in darjat, it is in levels, and we have to gradually get to the higher levels of knowledge to understand that how do we, with knowledge, understand that yes, we celebrated homage ceremony. We had the first farman of Karan Joma. We offer our allegiance. We gave our bayya. And how do we now go forward? What is it? What does it all mean? How do we understand these things in the light of knowledge? And remember, the objective is to stay focused on your question. Every topic or every question which we talk about has a very many levels and in-depth answers.
Because we feel like people are not.
Objective is to make sure that you get answers to your questions and with knowledge. So you continue to learn and grow because it is with knowledge that we are going to grow. So I have tried to tackle few of the questions. So let us quickly start because we may have, longer session. So let's see. Bismillah. So first thing, how do I love my Imam? In order to learn about love, we actually need to know about pillars of Islam. Pillars of Islam, interestingly, we have to know that there are two major branches, Sunni Islam and Shia Islam. And the Sunni Islam has 5 pillars, whereas Shia Islam has 7 pillars. And other than Shahada, these 4 are common with Shia Islam as well. So they say Shahada, meaning La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, and that's it, you're Muslim. Salat, meaning, namaz. Zakat, meaning, we understand the Sod. Som is Roza and then Hajj. Whereas when you come to Shia Islam, the first and foremost is Walayah. Walayah. We need to understand the pillar Walayah. And the other which is different in our pillars is jihad, which you don't see in the Sunni Islam. So our focus is Walayah. What does the word Walayah means? The literal meaning of Walayah is to accept the authority of somebody over ourselves. Literally, Walayah word is to accept the authority of someone over ourselves, meaning whatever it belongs to us, our life, our soul, our family, our property, we give over our things the authority to someone else. And we all know who we are talking about here. So when we accept somebody's authority over us, that is the meaning of Walayah. Okay? The one who has this authority is called Wali or Mawla. And for us, our Wali, our Mawla is
Hello, ये
Maulana.
कभी की चालू की हो गई.
I would request host today to make sure today I mute. Some of our friends are not careful with mute today. All right. So the Shia Islam, we have to discuss this pillar, Walayah. Walayah meaning having the authority of someone over everything, our life. The way we say, dan man dan, right? In Ginan, it's like that, giving Walayah to someone, and that is for us is Wali, Mawla, that is Imam Zaman, right? So the word Walayah we understand. Now let's go further. When we talk about Walayah, we have to understand the book Daimul Islam. It has a separate book of Walayah. And in that, Maulana Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, has said, Islam is based upon 7 pillars. Walayah, meaning devotion to the Imam, is the most excellent. Through it and through the Imam, who is Wali, the true knowledge of the rest of the pillars can be attained. So in other words, we are realizing if someone doesn't have Walayah, they cannot understand any other pillars. In order for somebody to be Shia, to be believing in Imam, in the Imamat of Maula Ali, Janashini after Prophet Muhammad, who accepted Maula Ali, became Shia, but even Shia has very many branches, and today we are Nizari, Ismaili, Imami, Muslim, we know that, right? And we are talking about Walayah, and when we look at this Maulana Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam saying that without understanding Walayah, which is devotion to Imam, and in the word devotion, we can count love as well, because you cannot devote to somebody if you don't love them, right? So remember, the topic is love, and within the love, because even to understand the love, softly we talked about it, I feel this and I feel that. That is feelings, right? How do we understand at the level of knowledge? And when we have knowledge, we are using our intellect. And intellectual submission, intellectual level of love is completely different level of love. So Walayah meaning devotion to the Imam. Those who have this Walayah, those who understand and give tan man dhan to Imam, right? Everything whatever is ours is of Imam. When we do that, then truly we are devoting to the Imam. When we devote, he is our Wali, he is our Mawla. Then only the true knowledge of rest of the pillars will come. Meaning, if we are trying to understand Islam as a deen, and within that deen our tariqah, Ismailism, when we are trying to understand, if someone doesn't have Walayah, forget about anything and everything else. That important Walayah is. So that is the love, that is the devotion, that is his authority over everything we have. It is all his. So we need to understand, because love simply, it's not just love. The way physically in worldly sense we say, I love you. That's not it. It's a much broader term when we talk about our tariqah and love to Imam. It is not that simple. There are requirements with knowledge we have to understand, and we have to submit to Imam physically, spiritually, and intellectually. So that is what we are seeing. We need to understand, so we can do that. We can submit to Imam after offering, bayah, after the homage ceremony. So that's the objective. So let's look at the ayah Walayah, chapter 5, verse 55. Ayah Walayah. Beautiful verse. It says, and you can read the transliteration here. So you stay with me. Innama waliyu kumullahu wa rasuluhu wallazina amanul lazina yukimuna salata wa yutuna zakata wahum rakeun. It's too small here. Wahum rakeun. Now, in this verse, you will see that I have highlighted the word wali, bold here the word wali, because remember the word wali is from Walayah. The word wali means Mawla, and it is Walayah of our Mawla we are talking about. So Muslim history, actually, if we were to study the history, before I go into the history, let me share the translations, because that was the objective. So you will see that there are not just one, but several translations. Why? Let's read the translation. Shahi International says, your ally is none but Allah and his messenger. We don't read the brackets. His messenger and those who have believed. Those who establish prayer and give zakah and they bow. Shakir says, only Allah is your wali. This is the word we are focusing, okay? And his messenger. So Allah is your wali. The word wali also means friend. So Allah is your wali, his messenger, meaning our prophet, and those who believe, those who keep up prayers and pay the poor rate while they bow. So they pay the dues while they are bowing down. Ruku. In Arabic, the word is rakiun. It is from ruku, half prostration. Abdul Hay says, your only friend is Allah, his messenger, and those who believe. Those who establish the prayer give obligatory charity, and they are those who bow down. So they are making it different. Here, Shakir said that they pay while bowing down. And here, it's like two sentences. Give obligatory charity, pray, and then they are those who bow down. And then the study Quran says, your protector is only God. Look at the word wali's understanding. Your ally, your wali, your friend, your protector. And I hope that you know that much Arabic, Urdu, Persian. Aman, protector, it should be Aman here. But it is wali. But look at the translations. Your protector is only God and his messenger and those who believe, who perform the prayer and give alms while bowing down. So the reason I'm showing you 4 different translations, because you understand this is a very critical verse for us as Ismailis. That is why it is known as Ayah Walayah, because it is actually talking about Maula Ali. And you will know this historical event, story, where Maula Ali was in Ruku, and a beggar asked, that give me in the name of Allah. And Maula Ali, while in prostration, he removes his ring and he gives it to him. He goes back like that, and this beggar picks it up and goes. Seeing that, charity, Khuda Ta'ala actually gives this wahi to Prophet Muhammad. What is it saying? That your wali, your friend is who? Allah, the messenger, and the one who pays, dues or gives charity or alms while bowing down. Now, this alms or obligatory charity or dason, this is a totally different topic, and I have whole topic session dedicated to dason. Of course, the Sunni Islam, the Sunni Muslim, the people of the book, they do different things, different understanding. We are not going to go there. As I said in the beginning, that there are so many topics we can discuss, so we will not go out of the context of our session today. The key point here to emphasize is that it is about Maula Ali. This is Ayah Walayah. Historically, it is Maula Ali who was the one who paid this beggar gave his ring actually because he was begging while saying prayers. And do you know that this event about Maula Ali actually is written in the book of Sunni? So Sunni accept that too. This story is in Tafsir Durre Manshur, written by Sunni scholar Jalaluddin Sutiti, right? And all Sunni Islam, Sunni Muslim accept who is our wali. Remember, we started with Walayah as a pillar of Shia Islam. But this is ayah Walayah. Khuda Ta'ala says in Quran that there is no one who is your wali but Allah, Paigambar, and the one who gives, while bowing down. And who was that personality? Maula Ali. So imagine what we are learning and understanding. It is actually about Walayah, which is accepted unanimously by all Sunni scholars that this event happened. Despite that, they will refuse the imamat of Imam. So we need to understand what we are talking about here. So let's go further. And then we look at another Quranic verse. This is chapter 33, verse 6. What does it say? An-Nabiyyu awla. The word awla here, I have bold for you. An-Nabiyyu awla bil mu'minina min anfusihim wa azwajuhu ummahatuhum. The Prophet has a greater right over the souls of the believers than they themselves, and his wives are as their mothers. So let's take the first part and understand that Khuda Ta'ala says that the Prophet's right over our soul, it's his right. Our soul, which we use, this body, when it goes to work, it gets money, salary, right? Or goes to business, earns money. What did we use? This soul. Did this soul belong to this body? The authority over this soul is of Imam, who is the Janashin of the Prophet. So I hope that you all reflect and understand that whatever we say, mine, is it yours? What does Peer say in Ginan? Mera karta ho hi gaya, hota na lage war. Some Ginan like that, right? So whenever we say it is mine, we have to really reflect and think, is it mine? Is it? We have to really question ourselves, right? So what does it say here? There is this word, awwala, maula, wali, walaya. They are same root words in Arabic. Arabic is a very rich language. All these words are from same root words. So devotion of Imam, Imam being our friend, Imam being our master, he is his authority over us, our souls. It all same root words meaning, right? And then there is a farman of Maulana Sultan Ahmad Shah, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Maula says, તમે મોમન છો તો ખુદાવંદ તાલા ઉપર આશિક થાઓ. તમે મોમન છો તો ખુદાવંદ તાલા ઉપર આશિક થાઓ. હકીકતનો ઇશ્ક औलाद, स्त्री तथा पैसा ઉપર નથી, પરંતુ ખુદાવંદ તાલા ઉપર છે. So we understand whose authority we are talking about here, whose Walayah. Again, to review quickly, ayah Walayah. We do a zikr, tawfiq, ta'id, himmat wa yari, right? The yari is wali, remember that. Whose walayat, whose yari, whose friendship we are seeking? Khuda Ta'ala has taught us in Quran that there are 3 ranks of wali. Khuda is our wali, then his prophet is our wali, and the Imam, beginning from Maula Ali in this cycle, and today it is Nur Maulana Shah Rahim Hussaini Hazri Muhammad. This is Walayah we are talking about. So to conclude this part of Walayah, of loving him, we realize it is his haqq, it is his right. Whatever we have, we submitted to him. We attended homage ceremony, we gave bayah, everything we submitted to him. So we have to close our eyes and imagine that whatever we have, it all belongs to Imam. That's the belief we have. This is our Iman. Now, when we talk about Iman, we also have to understand that when we gave our bayat at that time, even our children or babies were there, right? Those who are not coming into knowledge classes, they were there. So is Iman different from the friends who are present here than those who don't have knowledge? Or what about young babies? Iman also has darjat. First level of Iman is Iman-e-Naqis, incomplete Iman. So when we talk about soft things and we understand and feelings, all that is also Iman, our Aqidah, our love for Imam. But it is Iman-e-Naqis. It is incomplete Iman. Incomplete Iman. When we come to knowledge classes, when we understand Farameens, Qurans, and Ginans, and we realize, and we really realize that this is all Imam, this belongs to Imam, then that is Imane Raji. Raji is like going towards the direction of Iman, completion of the Iman. And then comes the stage of Imane Kamil, complete Iman. તન મન ધન મોલાને દીધું એ તો ખાલી કહેવાની વાત છે એને સમજવાનું એને અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ કરવાનું એને ટોટલી એને સુપ્રુત કરવાનું સોંપી દેવાનું ટોટલી ડિફરન્ટ થિંગ તો ઈમાને નાકિસ ઈમાને રાજી અને ઈમાને કામિલ ત્રણ દરજા છે જે આપણે સમજવાના છે so this was about Walayah. Now let's look at how we understand it in our dua, right? In our dua we say Quranic verse, chapter 4, Surah Al-Nisa, verse 59. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, atiullaha wa atiu rasula wa ulil amra minkum. O you who believe, je iman લાવ્યા છે, ખુદાની તાબેદારી કરો, પૈગંબરની તાબેદારી કરો અને ઉલિલ અમ્રની તાબેદારી કરો, જે તમારામાંથી છે. કોણ છે? ઇમામ છે. જોવામાં તો ઇમામ આપણો જેવો જ લાગે છે પણ એની રૂહ જે છે એ રૂહુલ કુદ્દુસ છે. So we have to understand from this Quranic verse which we recite 3 times a day that when we went to Homage ceremony we offered our bayah. This is the command we were already reciting, Joma change. But we have to realize the way we understood the Walayah, after Walayah comes obedience actually. How will we devote ourselves? Only lip service, Mola, I love you, is not enough. It has to be proven by the actions. Submission has to be with actions as well, right? So obedience comes. So obedience to Allah equals to obedience to Prophet equals to obedience to Imam, Sharahim. So what happens after homage ceremony, after bayah? We understand Walayah and we submit to Imam. Tabedari, the way we are doing sujood. Allahumma laka sujudi wa ta'ati. Right? We offer this sujood to our Imam, that our obedience to Imam. Why is it to Imam? Because according to ayah Walayah, that Khuda Ta'ala is our wali, then Prophet is our wali, and then Imam is our wali. So today the Noor has manifested in Sharahim. So we understand that obedience to Ulil Amr, the pure holy Imams, after the Prophet, because only the obedience to Imam will take us to salvation. જ્યારે આપણે કહીએ છીએ અસલમાં વાસલ ખાવાનું છે તો અસલમાં વાસલ તો આ જ તરીકાથી થઈ શકાય છે કે આપણે પોતાને ફના કરીએ ઇમામના અંદર. Otherwise, what will happen? Neither the Walayah is possible, like there is no obedience, there is no devotion, there is no love. It's not possible, right? So we understand and realize that. Now, another quick reference, which I've shown earlier as well. This is a foreword written by Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah in the book, A Mercy to All, Muhammad, A Mercy to All Nations, right? In which Mullah says, by the institution of the Ulil Amr, who can be interpreted as Imam and Khalif, and by placing obedience to Ulil Amr, immediately after that to God and Prophet, he ensured that the faith would ever remain living, extending, developing with science, knowledge, art, and industry. How beautiful this paragraph is, that it is the Imam who will guide us in our faith, but also will help us live in this physical, worldly life, modern life, technology changing. Every day there is something new coming in this world. But Imam is right here with us to guide us. How profound that reality and that blessing is for us as Ismailis. So shukrulillah walhamdulillah. And then we also have to realize that this verse, which we say again in our dua, the conquest, chapter 48, verse 10, we say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Innal lazina yubayunaka innama yubayunallah. Yadullahi fawqa aydihim faman nakasa fa innama yankusu ala nafsihi. Waman awfa bima ahada alayullaha fasyutihi ajran azima. Again, we say this 3 times in our dua. Indeed, those who pledge allegiance to you, to who? To Prophet Muhammad at that time, they are actually pledging allegiance to Allah. Meaning, those who were giving bayat to Prophet Muhammad, it was same as they were giving Prophet to Khuda Ta'ala. Today, we giving bayat to Maulana Rahim is same as giving bayat to Prophet Muhammad. It is same as giving Prophet to Allah. So what did we do at Homage ceremony? We gave our allegiance to Allah Almighty through His light manifested in Shah Rahim. The hand of Allah is over their hands. So he who breaks his word only breaks it to detriment of himself. પોતાને નુકસાન કરશે. જી આ બૈયાજી દીધેલી છે, આ વાદો જે કરેલો છે કે મોલા તન મન તન ધને દીધું, તારી તાબેદારીમાં રહીશું. અને જી આ ભરોસો, આ વાદો, આ કોન્ટ્રાક્ટને તોડે છે તો પોતાની રૂના માટે નુકસાન કરે છે. ખુદાને કાંઈ, ઇમામને કાંઈ નથી થવાનું. And he who fulfills that which he has promised Allah, he will give him a great reward. Great reward. So those who did give bayah, those who will devote themselves to Imam in submission, Walayah, they are in here for a great reward. So we need to also understand what is that great reward, right? And we say this, we are reminded about this great reward 3 times a day in our dua. So let's see. So we have this history lesson. And in history lesson, what do we have here? A hadith of the Prophet, O children of Abdul Muttalib, Banu Abdul Muttalib, follow me, and you will be the kings and rulers of the earth. Do we remember this hadith? Where is it coming from? This is coming from the time when Prophet Muhammad became the prophet and he called all his family. He gathered them and he said to them, all the men in the family, he called them and he told them about Ajran Azima. What did he say? Follow me, mari tabedari karo. I will make you the kings and the rulers of the earth. બાદશાહ. તો આજની દુનિયામાં આજના ટાઈમ ઉપર કયો ઇસ્માઇલી, આપણા ઇમામ પણ કોઈ દુનિયાના પ્રાઇમ મિનિસ્ટર કે કિંગ કે પ્રેસિડેન્ટ નથી. તો પેગમ્બર આવી વાત કેમ કરી? Why this is in the hadith that he is going to make the kings and the rulers of the earth? This is Ruhani Badshahat, spiritual kingdom. Remember, the physical, the worldly kingdom is limited in time. As soon as if somebody is king and they die, the kingdom is gone. But an Ismaili who becomes a king by becoming obedient to Imam, they become the king forever. This physical life does not take away that kingdomship from them. So, O Bani Adam, मेरी इताअत कर, तुझे मैं अपने जैसा बना दूं. अपने जैसा? Whose kingdom is in today's time? Who is Betaj Badshah in today's time? It requires reflection for us to understand. So when we talk about this Ajran Azima, this is right in front of us. Prophet offered this to his family and said, follow me, that I will make you the kings and the rulers of the earth. What happened? We all know that. None of the family member raised hand. Maula Ali, who's 8 years old, he raised him. I will help you. And in the Muslim world, there is this belief that Maula Ali became the Imam at Gadir Khum, which is completely incorrect. And that is the lesson of history which I wanted to emphasize. That is what Maulana Rahim also told us, that we need to learn history. Because what we are forgetting, remember, this is all your questions, that does Imam Shah Rahim knew he's going to become Imam? Did he know? If you study history, if we truly study history, we will not ask these questions. And that's why we have Faramins of Shah Karim, we have Faramins of Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah. Shah Rahim gave us in the first Farman that we need to study history. So if you listen to me carefully, the lesson of the history we are talking about, your questions will be no more. So I'm answering your question, but actually I'm telling you about the history. So this Dawat-e-Ashira, which was done at the time where Prophet Muhammad wanted to announce his prophethood, that he has been chosen as a prophet, and then he asked his family members, who is going to help me? And then he says, if you follow me, you will become the kings and the rulers of the earth. Nobody came forward. Who came forward? Maula Ali. Maula Ali became his Janashin when he was 8 years old. He was 8 years old. He became the Asas Imam at that time. We need to understand that the identification that he is going to be the Imam, it happened. The physical event at Gadir Khum happened, but Imam Maula Ali was his wasi, was his wali. So God has surely, okay, let's see, what do we have here? God has surely never sent a prophet without appointing his vicegerent. This hadith keeps going on that Khuda Ta'ala has never sent a prophet without appointing his vicegerent, his successor, his wali, his minister, his wazir, right? His heir, waris, his brother, akh, his legatee, wali. Who among you will then be my vicegerent, my heir, brother, and minister? It was Maula Ali. The chain of the light of Imamat continued, and today we have Shah Rahim. In other words, Maula Ali was chosen. He was the Imam. It became evident when he was 8 years old. And after that, he is always with Prophet Muhammad, learning with him, growing with him. And physically, the Imamat was announced for the world at Gadir Khum. But those who follow him with eyes of intellect, they knew. They did not need to wait for Gadir Khum. Salman Farsi, Migdad, Abu Zar Ghaffari, these people, they knew who was going to be their Maula. But Prophet Muhammad announced, Jiska main Maula, uska Ali Maula. Man kuntu Maula, fahaza Aliyun Maula. Walayah. Those Mu'mineen who knew from the day one who is going to be their wali, and they had submitted to Prophet Muhammad and Maula Ali. We have heard so many stories of Salman Farsi cleaning the street when there is no work for him, so he's cleaning, brooming the street where Maula Ali is going to go out and walk. Why would he do that? So we have to understand that, Janashin is aware who's going to be the Janashin. History lesson helps us understand. So let's look at Farman of Shah Karim. This Farman is Dar es Salaam, 6th October 1988. Maula said, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I want to make it clear today to my Jamaat that so long as it is well understood that the Imam of the time takes those decisions that are essential to the practice of the tariqah, there will not be any change in the essence of our practice. There may be change in certain forms. That is normal in any tariqah. Oh, Mafi, there's an error in here. Yes. The life that we lead, but let it be quite clear that it is the Imam of the time and only the Imam of the time who has the authority to give directions in the tariqah matter. So Mawla is telling us very clearly in this farman that whose authority it is. It is the authority of Shah Imam, which Shah Rahim today. So we understand the authority of Imam and the changes will come. So are we going to again ask questions? This farman is very clear that the essence of the tariqah will not change, but there will be changes. This Imam, we will see changes. First, we got a letter from Imam online for Jamaat and for the world. That has never happened in past like that. So we have to be in acceptance of the change. Change is coming. But the essence of our tariqah will not change. The authority is of Imam only. Let's look at another farman to understand. This is the farman of Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, 2007. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. You are aware, of course, that over the history of Islam, there are thousands and thousands of interpretation of the Quran for every time. For every part within the Ummah, there have been interpretations of the Quran, and it is important that as time evolves, we should continue under the guidance of the Imam to seek clarity and understanding of Mafi. To seek understanding and clarity from Quran-e-Sharif. So we have to study Ayah-e-Khilafat. When we studied the Ajr and Azima, there is a Quranic verse which is known as Ayah-e-Khilafat that Khuda says that I will make you my vicechair and my Khalifa. So when we talk about interpretation of Quran, Hukum of Imam, Farman of Imam, our Bayat, our Walayah to Imam, our devotion, our love to Imam, and we understand and submit the way we need to submit, he is going to give us Ajr and Azima. He is going to make us Badishah, king. And there is so much more we can continue elaborate on, right? But we are going to stay focused to go further. So let me look at this verse. 41 by 31. What does it say? Nahnu awliyaukum fil hayati dunya wa fil akhirati wa lakum fiha ma tashtahi anfusakum wa lakum fiha ma ta'addu. The angels say, what do they say? We are your friends in the life of this world and the hereafter. Those who have this wali, those who accept the wali, those who accept this friends, those who submit, for them the friends are these angels who say that we are with you in this world and hereafter. Have you seen Mu'minins? In our story of our prophets, they lived a very hard life. But in spirituality, they were the kings of the world. And we know that from spiritual Tawili ilm. So what do we want? Everlasting life? Ever eternal kingdomship? Or worldly things? These angels are with those who are obedient to the wali, and they are friends of those who are wali. Guess what? Wali is also used for Mu'mineen because Mawla is Amirul Mu'mineen. He is the chief, he is the commander of the Mu'mineens. But when the Mu'mineens elevate themselves, they become fana, they submit themselves, they merge themselves. They also become one with Imam. Meaning what? Wali. And angels are dedicated to help them. Angels are dedicated to help them. So subhanallah, subhanallah, I hope that you understand that it is about the Ruhani kingdom. The way Shah Rahim said that we have to balance between deen and dunya. So we have to understand that dunya is there and we are going to live in this dunya. But in reality, it is all about our deen. We are going to live our worldly life as if we are following our tariqah, because there is no dichotomy between deen and dunya. It is one and the same. All right, so I hope that we understand that walayah, love of Imam. So this is the conclusive slide in that way, that if we want friendship of our Imam, of these angels, we need this help, miraculous help. Gabi Madad. This is the path of Walayah, devoting, loving our Imam, submitting to our Imam. The next question was very important, that we heard that Imam is our Pir, Shah, and Murshid. So first, let's discuss just Pir Shah, and then we'll go further. So Pir Shah, I'm sure you know that we do zikr of Pir Shah as well. Pir Shah, Pir Shah, Pir Shah. And we should do the zikr in abundance. Pir Shah, we should do this in abundance, because we now know, we saw in Homage ceremony that we called Shah Rahim, that we give our allegiance to our Pir and Shah, right? So Pir, our Imam, Pir and Shah meaning Imam, Pir meaning Pir, and we'll talk more about it. So when we do this zikr of Pir Shah, Pir Shah, Pir Shah, that is also his name. And Quran says what? Allahumma inni as'aluka bi asma'ikal husna. Call him with his beautiful names. Pir and Shah is also his name. Yes, we have 99 names, but we have this name as well. So any name, if we are truly invoking with Girya Ozari, we are calling upon our Mawla. Now, when we talk about the word Pir and Shah, these are two different ranks in hierarchy of religion. Hudud-e-Din. And I think the lectures have been posted. If not, it will be posted to understand the basic concept, and then there are advanced level of understanding. So I would recommend those who do not know, listen to the basic first and then listen to the advanced ones. And I'm sure the admins will release it in that way as well. So Hudud-e-Din, hierarchy of religion. So you are seeing these ranks of Hudud-e-Din. Such a beautiful way of depicting all beautiful work of our devoted team who work so hard. So the first rank is Mustajib. Mustajib meaning student. Then Mazune Mehdud, Mazune Mutallaq, Daiye Mehdud, Daiye Mutallaq. Then comes the rank of Hujjat or Pir. This is the sixth rank. There is this hierarchy of religion. Noor is here and it is manifested. We all have this drop of the soul in us, right? Remember we say this is Ruhe Sifli. We have to go to Ruhe Ulwi, lower eye, wanting to reach to higher eye. But we all are connected, especially those connected, those who are mustajib, those who are not in knowledge journey, they are not here on the ladder. This is a ladder. Siri hai ye jis pe charna hai. So mustajib is the student. And the rank of Pir is on the sixth ladder, right? In the classical time, in the Fatimic time, we did have these ladders and we did have our Pir and Hujjatan. So the word Pir is, we are used to it, Pir Sadruddin, Pir Hasan Kabiruddin. For our Jamaat, it was the word Pir. But for Khorasan Jamaat, Afghani Jamaat, the same word Pir is Hujjat or Hujja. So for us, we know word Pir, and for them, they know word Hujjat. And they will say that Sayyidina Pir Nasir Khusro was Hujjat. And we know Pir Nasir Khusro was a Pir. However, you may hear people saying that Pirs are only from the family of Imam. Shah Rahim clearly said that we have to be inclusive to our multi-faith family members who are not even Ismailis. Pir Nasir Khusro, who has majority of the Jamaat following Ismaili Tariqa through him, he is our Pir. So it is up to us to understand being inclusive for our Jamaat. So Pir Nasir Khusro is the Pir who is the one who all the Afghani Jamaat or Russian Jamaat, Tajik Jamaat or Jamaat in China, all these Jamaat are Ismailis by following Pir Nasir Khusro. He was Hujjat Khorasan, meaning Pir of Khorasan. So majority of the Jamaat in today's time is the follower of Pir Nasir Khusro. Pir Sadruddin's Jamaat is in a very small numbers. Koja Jamaat is actually very, very small in numbers in comparison to that Jamaat. So for this Nachis, Pir Nasir Khusro is our Pir or Hujjat. It is the same rank, but words are different. I want you to understand, words are different. And due to the words being different, there are these ranks which are created or separation being created. So we have to understand these terminologies, these words, because these are very important for following the Farman of Imam, to be inclusive, right? So even words or terms, when not understood properly, can cause division. For example, those who read Kalam Imam Mubin, they know that Pir Sabzali is called Pir. He was not from the family of Imam. Pir Nasir Khusro was not from family of Imam, but he is Hujjat. Pir Sabzali is Pir, according to the Farman of Imam. So I leave it to you to understand and think about it. So there's one more word which we have to understand, and that is Murshid. So let's first discuss the word Murshid to understand the whole thing. Now, the word Murshid, we have to realize the importance of the words. Very, very important. So the word Murshid is an Arabic word. The word means guide or spiritual teacher, right? And then it is commonly used in Sufism and Islamic mysticism to refer to a spiritual teacher who provides guidance, right? Remember, in Sunni sect of Islam, there is a whole group who is called Sufi, but they are still Sunni, they are not Shia. And then the role of Murshid varies across different Islamic traditions, including Sunni Islam and Ismailism, because our Imam is our Murshid, but it is not same as Sunni people, right? Sunni people choose a teacher and make him a Murshid and they follow that teacher. We don't do that. Ismaili Imam is ordained. It is direct descendant of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, Prophet Muhammad, right? So he is chosen Imam, right? That family is chosen from the verse of chosen. Remember, we have discussed 3 by 33. So it's different. So we have to understand the word Murshid, because we have to understand that how one word can mean different for different people. And then we have to make our decision in the light of the knowledge. What does that word mean for you individually? Because it is individual, because it is up to you to become Farman Bardar, right? So Sunni perspective is that he's a spiritual guide, a teacher who will lead their students, disciples, their murids, to guide them to get closeness to Allah, right? Direct closeness to Allah. There is no need of intermediary, wasila. They don't believe in that. They believe in wasila, who is Imam Zaman. And they also give bayah, allegiance to that teacher. They take oath that they will follow his guidance, right? And then that teacher transmits the knowledge, okay? And they also talk about kashf or spiritual insight, that Murshid, they say that he possesses this, a kashfi talim, according to them, that he has more insight. That's what they say. And famous Murshid, you'll be surprised if you don't know. And I'm sure you know, if I say Sufi and Rumi, you will know that. So famous Sufi is Rumi, right? Who was Murshid of our Ismaili Momin, Shams Tabriz. He was not Pir Shams, but Shams Tabriz. So you understand that they may not realize that Talimat they have received from Rumi, it is actually from Ismaili Talimat, but they don't accept the Imam. So we are not going to go there again, but we are focusing on the word Murshid. Look at the one word, how it is different for different people. Now let's come to Ismaili perspective, right? Now we as Ismaili, what do we believe? Murshid is our Imam, the ultimate Murshid who provides taaleem. Our Imam is the one who provides us the taaleem. And we have to know about our constitution. So let me share Constitution Preamble point F with you. Have you read preamble of our constitution? Imam signed this constitution. I have taken this from online copy of 1998. Now it has been made gender neutral by Shah Rahim and it was signed. But do we know about our constitution? All what we are discussing, many of the things are mentioned there actually. Imam's authority, Walayah is mentioned there. Isbaya is mentioned there. So this F point says, the Imam's taaleem lights the murid's path to spiritual enlightenment and vision. If we want ruhaniyat, if we want ruhani taraqi, it is the Imam's taaleem. Okay? In temporal matters, the Imam guides the murid and motivates them to develop their potential. Imam guides us for dunya and Imam guides us for deen. And this is Imam's taaleem. He is our Murshid and he gives the taaleem. This is in the preamble of our constitution. So for us, our Murshid is Imam, no other thing, right? So we understand when we say teacher, spiritual teacher, it is Imam. It is his taaleem which he gives through Farman Mubarak. And then the second point is that we believe that our Murshid, who is Imam, he provides batini teaching, batini meaning, batin of the Quran, batin of the deen. Not the literal meaning, which is tanzil, but the batini meaning. How does he do that? Another point to reflect, because you will get the answers if you're listening to these sessions very carefully. And we are teaching, on weekdays and weekend global lectures, we are teaching. And if you are understanding, reflecting, you will get to answer. But personal search, dedication to knowledge has to be there to understand these things. The next point, I'm going to call it personal connection. Unlike Sunni Sufism, Murshid can be anybody, right? For us, it is the Imam. And Imam directly teaches the murid. Imam directly teaches the murid. Now, remember in history, now I'm going to go back. In history, that was not the case. We had Hudud-e-Din. Jamaat, Imam will send his peer to guide us. And peer will train Da'i Mutallaq will train Da'i Mehdud will train Mazun Mutallaq will train Mazun Mehdud, and then Mustajib, the lowest rank. But what did we do in our Baya ceremony, in Homage ceremony? We said, Mawla, you are our Imam, Peer, and Murshid. In today's time, we have direct connection to Imam because there is no Hudud-e-Din. If you ever hear that there are hudud, it is incorrect. There is no hudud in today's time because he is our peer, he is our murshid, and he is our imam. And we gave him this bayah. Understand, we have personal connection. And I will answer another question through this. So remember this point, personal connection, last slide. So how do we understand that Imam guides personally? Right? And in Tawil, I missed this farman. We talked about this. We discussed this farman already. So you know that Imam gives the Tawil. Now, personal connection. Let me take you to the history because it is so important that we understand these concepts through history. Pir Nasir Khusro, who has the majority of the Ismaili Jamaat. Do you know that we are very small in numbers? The majority is Pir Nasir Khusro's Jamaat. Pir Nasir Khusro's teacher was a Dai. Who was that? I hope you know his name. Sayyidina Al-Mu'id Fiddin Shirazi. He was a Dai. Hudud-e-Din. He was a teacher of Pir Nasir Khusro. When Nasir Khusro met Imam, Imam made him Pir of Khorasan, Hujjat of Khorasan. in today's time, we have no peer. And we know about a personality who went through Qiyamah. And we read books full of Ta'wil. Who was his teacher if you were to ask him? He will say Imam Zaman. Personal direct connection. It only happens in the time of Qiyamah. There is no hudud-e-din. So remember lessons of history. History will teach us how the difference is, what does it mean? So in the past, Dais could be called as missionary at that time. Peers, our spiritual teachers, acted as Murshid, our teacher, guiding Jamaat towards spiritual enlightenment under Imam's authority. Today, no, it is all Imam. Peer, Murshid, Imam. There is no more authority of anyone over us but the Imam. What did we say? You are our Peer, Murshid, and Imam. So that is the answer and understanding to the friend who had asked me the question. So today we have a direct connection to our spiritual guide. What did Imam say? Feel your Imam's presence. He is with you now and forevermore. He is our spiritual guide and we have direct connection to him. This is what is the meaning of our responsibility after Bayah. That's what we pledged, that you are our Peer, Murshid, and Imam. And now we have to have Walayah for him, devotions, Farman Bardari, as a Murid, as his disciple. And he will, our Murshid, our Peer, our Imam, will take us to salvation. Asal mein wasal, while living. Oops, maafi. My slide is jumpy. All right, so we understood this concept. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Now, another important thing I would like to draw your attention to, just quick read. This is from Urdu book Qawanin-e-Quran, and I'll read it in Urdu. याद रहे कि पीर शाह का तस्वुर कोई मामूली शय नहीं. Remember that the imagination, this word पीर शाह, it's not a small deal. This is one of the wisdom of the Quran, the key of the wisdoms of the Quran. And it is needed for spiritual revolution. And it was done in the time of Qiyamah. When Allama Sahib went through Qiyamah, he used to do this zikr on Rubab, on Pir Shah. And he said that he had experienced the ecstasy of the other world during that time when he was doing zikr of Pir Shah. So Pir Shah is a big key we have, and it is treasures, great treasures, through which we can open up many locks. So who is Pir Shah? These are two hidden and Buzrug names of Muhammad and Ali. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So Pir Shah zikr is also very important zikr. All right, so let's come to end of the presentation, and we have another question. So this was the question I was telling you, that someone asked that Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah said this is end time. So has it ended? What now? Now we have Shah Rahim. If you remember the knowledge of the cycles we have been talking about in our evening sessions, in our Gujarati session, each cycle lasts for 1,000 years. So no, my dear friend, the cycle is going to be continued for 1,000 years. Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah started and said, this is Akhir Zamana. The Zamana is continued. So remember that. The second question was asked, what about levels of spirituality? Will it rise or decline? It is the same era, the time of Qiyamah going on, where there is no hudud-e-din. We have direct personal connection to Imam. So we can individually and collectively go through the Qiyamah depending on our action. Current change in Imam does not make any difference in that way. But for us to become obedient, because it is happening right in front of us, we were not in the laps of our parents that we didn't understand. There is no more excuses. We were there with awareness that we gave our bayah to Imam, right? And then there is a last question that this is commonly seen in Ginan and Kalam, wherever we have Shah Karim, people automatically change it to Shah Rahim. We do not do that. That is not the right thing to do. If we are singing a kalam, we are singing a ginan, what we do, we say Shah Karim first, and then based on our Aqidah, on our belief that today's Imam's name is Shah Rahim. The second time if we recite and if we want to say Shah Rahim, it is okay to do that based on Aqidah. But you will not change the words of our Peer or Hujjatan or Buzurgwar Deen and say, instead of Shah Karim, Shah Rahim. We cannot do that. It is their words, so we don't change that. We say Shah Karim, and second time we recite the same words, we say Shah Rahim if we want to, right? And then, so that is another one. And then I would like to end my session by showing you Farman of Shah Rahim. Beautiful Farman. Maula said, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Your Imam is with you. If you have worries and concerns, then turn to your Imam. If you have worries and concerns, then turn to your Imam. Your Imam is with you. Wherever you are, your Imam is with you. And you are with the Imam. The Jamaat is and will constantly be in my heart, in my thoughts, and in my prayers. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So Imam's spiritual presence is always with the Jamaat. Whenever he plans to visit the Jamaat, he will see the leaders, he will see the, whatever for the worldly benefit, right? He will do the work. But in the light of the knowledge, our Murshid, our Imam, our Peer is with us right now, this moment, he is with us in this class. Are we feeling his presence? Are we connected to him? Are we climbing up the ladder, which is invisible now? It is there in the personal world. It is there in the batin. Shukran lillah, walhamdulillah. I hope I have attempted to give answers. Please do not hesitate to send your questions, because when you share your questions, with Maula's mercy, we can have these sessions. Thank you, friends.
Subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah. Beautiful explanation about these questions. And indeed, ये जो है वो हमें बहुत ज़्यादा जो है आसानी पैदा करता है इमाम से मोहब्बत करने के लिए, क्योंकि एक हम अभी भी जब मौला का नाम लेते हैं तो हमारी ज़बान पे majority of the time शाह करीम पहले आता है, which is not wrong, I know that, but हम जो है वो एक फ़ौरन से जो है वो एक एहसास होता है कि नहीं अब शाह रहीम। तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि जब ऐसे सेशंस आते हैं और जब हमें इमाम से मोहब्बत करने का तरीका समझाया जाता है कि कितना आसान है इमाम से मोहब्बत करना अगर हमें हिस्ट्री आती हो, अगर हमें ये मालूम हो कि किस तरीके से इमाम का सिर्फ जो है वो जैसे हमने बात की सिर्फ जो है वो जामा जो है वो बदलता है, लाइक के कपड़े बदलते हैं, इट्स नॉट दैट नूर में कोई चेंजेस आई, तो कहीं किसी भी चीज़ के अंदर जो है वो कोई फ़र्क नहीं आया है। जिस तरीके से हम शाह करीम से मोहब्बत करते थे अब शाह रहीम से मोहब्बत करते हैं, उसके अंदर कोई फ़र्क नहीं है। लेकिन सारी ये जो रेफरेंसेस जब आते हैं कि इमाम की तालीम, इमाम की तावीलात, इमाम की इतनी मोहब्बत, इमाम के फरमान, इमाम ने कितने अच्छे तरीके से हमें एक ही फरमान के अंदर हर चीज़ समझा दी है। तो और कितने अच्छे से यंगस्टर्स भी यही कहते हैं कि मौला हैज़ टच्ड एवरी सिंगल टॉपिक, और बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो शायद जमात में कंफर्टेबल नहीं थी मल्टी फेथ को भी लेके, उसको भी इमाम ने एक ओपन डोर किया। तो बहुत ज़्यादा जो है वो कैसे मोहब्बत ना हो, सवाल अब ये होता है। तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत ही आलीशान लेक्चर, क्योंकि हम इमाम से मोहब्बत के अलावा आई थिंक कि और कोई चीज़ ही क्या है। अगर इमाम से मोहब्बत हो जाती है तो फिर हर चीज़ जो है वो आसान है। सो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। साथियों के कमेंट्स हैं जी, वहुवा माअकुम ऐनमा कुंतुम, Shukran lillah. Thank you for thank you. Lots of questions answered. Shalina Saba saying, thank you Niamat Saba for going over the 7 pillars and especially Walayah. Shukr for you Saba. Thank you. Friends, chat is open and you can unmute and come forward for your questions or for your reflections. Thank you Karima Saba for posting the Quranic references today covered by Niamat Saba. So alhamdulillah. किसी भी साथी का कोई सवाल है, आप उर्दू, गुजराती या इंग्लिश कोई भी लैंग्वेज आपके लिए कंफर्टेबल हो, आप आगे आ सकते हैं। किसी का कोई भी रिफ्लेक्शन भी हो तो आप आगे आ सकते हैं। इंशाल्लाह अगर क्वेश्चंस भी हो तो आप क्वेश्चन भेज भी सकते हैं लेटर ऑन, लेकिन अगर कोई रिफ्लेक्शन भी है तो आप आगे आ सकते हैं। हम
पहले
इतना
पहले
ज़्यादा
आपकी
मोहब्बत में खो गए हैं।
नहीं, पहले आपकी इसमें जो है वो सब डिले कर रहे हैं। कौन हिम्मत करेगा?
आई थिंक नाचीज़ के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा सा वो था कि हम जो है हमने शायद कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भी नहीं पढ़ा है अच्छे से, तो बहुत ही अच्छा होगा कि हम इस नए जामे के साथ ये भी कोशिश करें कि हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को कम से कम हम अगर हमने ना पढ़ा हो तो हम एक बार ज़रूर पढ़ें, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ये की कॉन्सेप्ट्स जो हैं, जो सवालात हैं, वो हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से हमें आसानी से समझ में आएंगे। देयर इज़ अ क्वेश्चन जी iPad, I'm not sure who it is, but please go ahead.
याली मदद नियामत साहिबा नेविन साहिबा याली मदद। जैसे आपने कहा कि लाइक चेंजेस आते थे तो पीर के द्वारा हमको पता चलता था। तो अभी आज के दौर में हमको वो चेंजेस, सो इज दैट IIS एंड DJI?
नहीं, आई अंडरस्टैंड योर क्वेश्चन मुनीरा। आप पूछ रही है कि भाई हाउ विल वी नो अबाउट द चेंजेस? आई एम श्योर इमाम्स फरमान्स विल हेल्प अस अंडरस्टैंड द चेंजेस. Imam said that he's going to use more technology. We have to use, he told us to. Critical thinking के साथ technology use करनी है. And I believe technology बहुत अच्छे से use होने वाली है. जिस तरह से use नहीं होने वाली वो हुई है past में. It's going to be used more now. And we saw one of the letter of Imam already coming to us through email, right? So I understand your question, मुनीरा, कि institution से हिदायत instructions आते हैं. गाइडेंस जो होती है ना वो इमाम की तरफ से आती है।
राइट।
So
तो
हमको
जैसे अभी
फर्क
दुआ में चेंजेस आए, लाइक हसन अल्लाह जिक्र सलाम,
हाँ,
सो
तो हसन
अभी
जो
उसके
है
लिए काफी सारे वो चल रहे हैं, कि कभी बोलते हैं बोलो, कभी बोलते नहीं बोलो, सो लाइक इट्स
नहीं,
तब ऐसा लगता है कि आई मीन के फिर पूछने में आया तो बोले इमाम शाह करीम ने अप्रूव किया था, तो वाई तब क्यों चेंज नहीं आया? सो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स गोइंग ऑन।
या लेकिन नॉलेज बेस पे जो इमाम का नाम जो ना इमाम निज़ार के बेटे
हसन
का
अल्लाह जिक्र
हसन था। अला
जी,
जिक्र सलाम जो है वो उनका
टाइटल
टाइटल
था
था।
जी।
तो हम नाम नहीं लेते थे। तो अच्छी बात ये होगी कि अब हम, क्योंकि आई थिंक एक जो लॉजिकल चीज हो सकती है ना मुनीरा वो ये कि चूंकि हमने दुआ में चेंजेस लाए तो हमने ये चेंज भी लेकर आया हसन
जी,
अला जिक्र सलाम, तो एक के साथ ही चेंज, तो जमात क्योंकि कंफ्यूजन ना हो, राइट, जमात के अंदर। तो आई आई होप हम जमात को ये बताएं, क्योंकि एवरीबडी इज नॉट अवेयर कि हमने इमाम के पूछा में एक नाम भी चेंज किया है, लाइक ऐड किया है।
एग्जैक्टली, सो सेम ये हुआ था मेरे साथ ही, लाइक मुझे वेरी सेकेंड डे वारो मिला तो लाइक रहीम मिल और वो सारी जगह पे हाईलाइटेड था, लेकिन
हसन में नहीं था।
हसन पे नहीं था। तो मैं जाके फिर पूछी ना मुखी का वजह से, तो बोले पता नहीं हमको कुछ, तो वो लिटरली कट कर दिए। तो अभी वो IAS में ये सारा चर्चा चल रही है, तो फिलहाल फिर उन्होंने इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया कि अभी कुछ भी चेंजेस नहीं लाओ फर्दर ऑफिशियल, जब तक हम अप्रूवल नहीं भेजते हैं। तो
तो इन लाइट ऑफ नॉलेज मुनीरा,
जी, जी,
हम इमाम के नाम लेते हैं, राइट?
जी,
राइट, तो आप क्या करेंगे? इमाम का नाम लेंगे।
जी, जी, सो
बहुत आसान
उसमें
हो गया
कोई
ना?
बोल नहीं जी
हाँ,
जी
बहुत आसान हो गया. तो thank you, Munira. Thank you
थैंक
for
यू
coming forward and asking.
थैंक यू याली मदर
Yeah.
थैंक यू इट वाज वेरी एनलाइटनिंग मजा आया
शुक्रिया, शुक्रिया.
शुक्र
All due to your prayers, मेरी जान.
Yes, yes. बस आप तो हमको बस यूं ही चलाते रहे
मौला चलाता
हाथ
है.
में दे दी है हमारी डोर
शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
याली मदद याली
या अली मदद.
Alhamdulillah. There is a question, Yamataba, in the chat. Karima Saba asking, when we say direct connection to Imam, how do we experience this?
Good question. In your batin. So how do we understand batin which is not evident? There are very many ways actually. But if you have heard Nachi's sessions in Book of Healing on Saturdays, I have talked about it actually. So there are previous sessions which are there and friends have to listen to those because in one session we cannot cover everything, right? And there are questions, this is genuine question, right? So batin is something which is invisible, and for invisible to become visible, the first step is knowledge. So ilmul yaqeen takes us to ainul yaqeen. And ainul yaqeen, one can say that it starts with the world of dreams. In your dreams, in your observations, you are shown how connected an imam's guidance is given to you in your batin. And when your understanding, when your intellect is sharpened through the knowledge and you are able to do things and understand things which you did not understand in the past, and you don't understand how you are able to understand these things. The spiritual help which comes into your heart, it is all due to Imam. But remember, the criteria, the conditions have to be met. We cannot expect or have this माफी के साथ entitlement attitude कि हम तो इमाम की बैया में हैं तो हमको तो बातिन की सब दौलत मिल जानी चाहिए. नहीं मिलेगी जब तक हम जिक्र इबादत गिरियाजारी में अच्छे नहीं होते हैं, फरमान बरदारी में, इल्म और अमल में अच्छे नहीं होते हैं. We cannot expect ourselves to understand and realize about batin. So we have to understand कि हम इल्मुल यकीन के मकाम पर ये बात कर रहे हैं कि भाई क्या होगा. But if we realize this understanding that we have to become really, really good in knowledge to get to the second step of ainul yaqeen, but with knowledge, which is still, learning part, ilm ke saath amal, which is ibadat, zikr, girya huzari. And those friends who I listen to night time, beautiful zikr they do. Nurjan Ben, I heard you, she was there and doing zikr. It was amazing. So how beautifully friends are doing zikr, abundant zikr, abundant girya knowledge and purity, taqwa, deeds, purity is needed to be able to get to that ainul yaqeen maqam.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. There are friends who have asked for constitution copy, and I know Karima Saba has posted a link, Nachis has posted a PDF from 1998 version, so please do look at it. The recordings are available if you join the group, yes. And Taslim Saba says, it's beautiful to connect dots. We learned that Imam is Imamun Nas, and through history and brilliantly, the way you taught not just Smileys, but Shams Tabriz, etc., not just as Smileys, but as Sufism. Same message, Alhamdulillah. Thank you for amazing ilm.
I have a comment about that comment. So it is not same message. It looks like same, but it is not same message. I hope you realize that. So Sufis, who is the Sunni branch, right? They do not believe in Imam. Yes, we understand that Imam is Imamun Nas. They don't understand it. So if you are saying that, I understand you. But it is same message for the whole humanity. But it is only the Ismailis who are in the Bayya. And Rumi, who was, crypto Ismaili, we can say that because people don't realize that, they don't know that, but he was Ismaili. He was learning knowledge from Ismaili Murid, and he was, praying to Imam. So yes, in that way, I understand that you are connecting. But if you look at the Sunni group of people who are following the Sufism, they are calling themselves Sunni. So you do have to have that distinction in your mind. Okay.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Niamat Saba, for wonderful session. Inshallah, we continue to do these. I think Gujarati के sessions बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं, मीठे भी लगते हैं, बहुत ज़बान भी बहुत मीठी है. तो inshallah, we continue this journey and to recognize the Imam, to fall in love all over again with Imam Zaman. So Alhamdulillah, thank you for sharing time and knowledge with us. And friends, thank you for joining. Inshallah, we'll see you tonight with the Alois Riaz Moments session to continue our book studies. Once again, thank you, Niamat Saiba. Thank you, friends. Ya Ali Madad, Ya Ali Madad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Ya Ali
much.
Madad, Ya Ali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad. Ya Ali
Ya Ali
Madad.
Madad.
Yali Madad, thank
Yeah.
you for a very good session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yali
Ya Ali
Madad.
Ya Ali
Ya Ali
Madad, Niamat
Madad.
Saiba. Thank you.
Ya Ali Madad, Ya Ali Madad.
Yali Madad, thank you
Ya Ali
so
Madad.
much.
Shukr alhamdulillah, Ya Ali Madad.
Yali Madad, and thank you very